Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to do a review of none other than the legendary Autobot leader Optimus Prime. And not just any Optimus Prime, the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom slash Earthrise Optimus Prime. And wow, this figure is actually really darn good in my personal opinion. At first I saw this figure, I was like, nah, it's not gonna be that good. Well, I was gonna get him anyways, but instantly when I got him, this figure has all the bells and whistles you would want in an Optimus Prime figure or any other figure. So in this video, I'm gonna be reviewing Optimus Prime, and then after that, I'm gonna show you the articulation of the figure, how some of the accessories he has, some of the nice gimmicks that he has, some comparisons. Take a look at the box, even the collector's card that he comes with, and finally transform him, and then do some some vehicle size comparisons. So without further ado, let's take a look at Optimus Prime's Kingdom artwork box. So here with Optimus Prime's box, we can see we get a nice picture of his vehicle form, which is this classic convoy mode, and then we can see him in robot form. I think both modes look nice. I really do like the how the Earthrise and Kingdom has a classic forms right there. So we can see Optimus Prime right there, the arc in the background, leader class, something. Right here we can see all of the stuff that Optimus Prime has is his trailer. So this hidden shield, I'll show you how to get the shield. And when you take this figure out of the box, you're probably wondering, where the heck is the shield? Well, I'll show you later on in this review. He has a Matrix of Leadership, that's one of the gimmicks, and something in his trailer, that little robot thing. So, and right here is just the basic Kingdom artwork that we get for every Transformers War for Cybertron figure. And then the top of the box has the Autobot logo and War for Cybertron K11. So this is Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom number 11, which for this one is Optimus Prime. And now just taking a look at Optimus Prime right here, let's just bring him in for a closer look. But before we do that, let's take a look at the collector's card that he comes with. That being, this time, not being an Optimus Prime card, but being a Blackarachnia card. I was not expecting this, and this actually does look really cool. She is a Predacon, so as usual with the Kingdom cards, you could flip them and reveals a key future. So in this future, we can see Blackarachnia turned into a Maximal. So if you did see the War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom season, please skip only 10 seconds. She does turn into a Maximal. She joins the Autobots and to defend everyone against Galvatron and everyone else in the Predacons and stuff like that. So that was Blackarachnia's card. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of the accessories that Optimus Prime has and some of the gimmicks and his articulation. Let's first start by his articulation. So the first thing he has, let's straighten him out right here. We can see he has a swivel joint on the arm, hinge joint on the arm, swivel on the bicep, hinge on the bicep. Could bend at least 90 degrees, full 360 rotation on the wrist, and his fingers are articulated to open and close. I really do like that. I was not expecting this with this figure. His legs can go that back far and back that far, but slightly restricted due to the back cable. His knees can bend way past 90 degrees. His feet can rock to the sides and toes as well. So yeah, this figure is actually really articulated. The head is on a ball joint. So really, this figure, you have a lot of choices to articulate this figure, and it just looks really cool when this figure is articulated and whatnot. So now let's take a look at some of the accessories he has. The first one being his classic iconic blaster. Now this blaster, I think it is accurate, although there are some details I did not like about this blaster. First off, the whole thing is in black. That is perfect. Just except these gray pieces right here. I did not really like that at all, because it just ruined the overall look, and I did not like how it looked. If they just painted it, that would have been fine. It wouldn't have costed Hasbro that much just to use just a little bit of paint on the gun, but oh well. So that was just a minor critique about the gun. Now let's take a look at some of the other features Optimus Prime has that first being his trailer. So let me just bring in his trailer right here. His trailer, I really do like his trailer. It does represent the G1 trailer and gives me a Bumblebee movie vibe. Also, we can see the Autobot logo. These two blue streaks are here. Right here is just smooth. The same thing on the other side. The wheels are all individually, they could all roll and everything. And this little port right here is compatible with Transformers that could hold trailers, such as Optimus Prime and Huffer. I'll show you Huffer in a bit, how he can hold the trailer. And one of the cool gimmicks that his trailer has is that this little thing to support the trailer in like a standstill mode. But I have noticed that easily it could fold back in, so like you could just fold back in like that. So try not to move it a lot. And now to transform the trailer into into Optimus Prime's deathbed, you just simply open it up like this, bring this ramp down like that, and there. And then right here we have Optimus Prime's deathbed, where he dies in the 1986 Transformers film right here. And personally, I think it looks nice. I know the detail that is implied on the interior, and especially this little robot thing that's like examining him, like to see how well he's doing. I think that looks really cool, and you could also remove it as well and attach it to Optimus Prime's back, so it does look like some sort of mutation on Optimus Prime, like he looks like he's got like some other little robot on him. Let me just move the camera a little bit more up. We can see that Optimus Prime, it looks like he's got a robot or like a little sidekick right there helping him fight on the Decepticons from behind or to the sides while he's fighting on Megatron or any other Decepticon that is in his way. So that was some of the cool gimmicks he has with the trailer and all. Now, to insert Optimus Prime into his deathbed, you're just simply gonna straighten out the figure. So just make sure it's straightened out like that. I like to keep it like the palms slightly opened right here, and then you could just have him just laying down. You could have him like fully laying down like this, or there is how I showed you, there is a slot right there and this port right here. You could simply attach it like that, but honestly, I don't like how it looks like all that well. I don't think it looks all that well. So I personally tend to keep it like this, but even though it's loose, but anyways, so that was Optimus Prime's trailer. Now, one of the last cool gimmicks that he has, I think the last cool gimmick, is how he stores the Matrix of Leadership. As per tradition, the Matrix of Leadership stores inside the chest of a Transformer, this case being Optimus Prime. And right here we can see the Matrix inside Optimus Prime right here. And I personally think that this looks amazing. It looks accurate to the War for Cybertron show, it looks accurate to the cartoon, and looks accurate to anything where Optimus Prime has a Matrix. So if we just straighten out the figure just a bit right here, we can see the Matrix is the same one we get from the Studio Series Hot Rod. So if you have that figure, or if you have the Earthrise Optimus Prime, you are gonna get the exact same thing. So I really do like this. I do like the lighter shade of blue. I think that looks really, really cool. So just insert it back in right there. So that was the articulation and everything of Optimus Prime. Now let's do a size comparison between Optimus Prime and other Transformers. Here for a Optimus Prime size comparison, we have our new Kingdom Optimus Prime compared to the Studio Series 44 Optimus Prime, and I think the scale looks nice, pretty accurate, and honestly, this Optimus Prime gives me a Bumblebee movie vibe, so that is how I'll be referring to him in most reviews, Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, even though he's not, or G1 Optimus Prime, but I think that this looks really nice, accurate to how they would appear on the live action movies. And for another size comparison, let's bring in Transformers Kingdom Ultra Magnus, and I think the size here is really well. We always saw that Ultra Magnus was a bit bigger than Optimus Prime, and I think this just captures perfectly of how Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus' size are. And for one last size comparison, let's bring in our Transformers, my recent review that I did recently, or my Transformers Kingdom Commander Class Rodimus Prime. And right here, I think the scale works really nice. If you did see that one episode where Rodimus Prime and Optimus Prime are fighting or something for the Matrix because Rodimus has a hate plague on him, we can see that they are near enough the same size right here. So we can see that they are the same size, and I think that this looks really cool. Both of them are primes, and both of them look really, really awesome. So that was the size comparison segment of the video. So now let's get down to the transformation process of Optimus Prime. And for the transformation segment of Optimus Prime, right before we do the transformation segment, there's one thing I do want to point out to the trailer, that if you have noticed on the box that the shield was not there, do not worry. The shield is actually part of the trailer, so you just simply remove this piece, and this essentially just becomes the shield of Optimus Prime. That is just one little detail I almost left out right now. So if you are wondering where the shield is, you have the shield right here. So do not worry about the shield or anything. It is on the trailer, so you don't have to worry about it not being in the packaging. Because the first time I got it, I was worried that they did not package it, but I noticed there was no slot where the shield would be. So it is on the trailer. So just do not worry about it. So it is going to be on the trailer. So now let's begin the transformation process of Optimus Prime. So the first thing you're going to have to do is remove his accessory. And I recommend just folding it like this, like that, and just moving it to the side for now. After that, just straighten out Optimus Prime. Make sure all the joints are nice and everything. So make sure everything's nice and all. And then after that, time for the transformation. The first thing you're going to have to do is simply just make sure Optimus Prime's arms are like this. Then after that, you're going to have to make sure these parts fold inside, his hands fold inside right here. Do the same process to the other side right here. You're going to fold in the hands as well. After that, click them into place. After that, you're going to have to remove the hands. You're going to have to turn your attention to the back. Remove this whole segment, like detach it from each other. And then after that, lower this whole region down. After that, you're going to have to make sure that this whole region twists around like that. And then this whole area does disconnect. And do not do anything else after that. After that, you're going to have to connect these two pieces right here. And then simply just rotate the legs up like that. And then the toes, you're just going to have to fold them inward like that, so that they can represent like the back part of the truck. Now after that, you're going to have to make sure this whole region is now all going to collapse and disconnect from each other like that. And then now this part right here, you're going to have to make sure his head goes inside like so. Make sure it goes inside like that. And make sure this part clicks right there into that little tab right there. Just give it a nice little shove, and then there. And if anything has gone wrong, just make sure that everything clicks into place. After that, you're going to have to click this into place like so. Make sure it goes like that. Then fold out these parts right here. Just fold them out like that. After that, you're going to have to make sure that this whole region hides the torso of Optimus Prime's body. And then after that, just simply make sure these whole regions are like that. Make sure this connects like that and this clicks like that. After that, now that you have noticed that the body's almost coming together, make sure that the arms do fold in like this, and make sure that they fold inward like so. So we could basically see already Optimus Prime's body coming. Before that, you're just gonna have to make sure these two pieces do fold like this. Make sure that they fold outward like that, so that you could click the arms inside right here. So you're just simply gonna have to click the arms right there, inside right there. Make sure that this tab covers that. Do the same process on the other side. Close the windows. After that, you're gonna have to make sure that there is a slight little tab right there. Just simply connect those pieces right there. Make sure they do align up like so. After that, just click it all into place right there. After that, get these gas tubes right here, and then just simply pop them out like that. And then that is essentially how you transform the Transformers Earthrise / Kingdom War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. And actually, it's kind of pretty small in the car form, so that is why I basically leave it in the robot form. So now that we have that done, now let's transform the trailer. But before we transform the trailer, I just want to show you how you can incorporate his weapon. So you could put his weapon on the back right here. I personally like it. It kind of gives me a a vibe to the Bumblebee movie, the Bumblebee Masterpiece edition Transformer toy. But I prefer to leave it inside the trailer. So what I like to do is I like to do this. I like to keep it in the trailer like this, or I could keep it as well as under the trailer. So there are many ports, so I like to keep it under the trailer as well. So you can keep it under the trailer. I like to keep it under there. And then you're just simply gonna have to make sure this is vertically aligned, and then after that just click this into place, fold this part in like that, and then make sure this little port goes inside Optimus Prime's legs. And that is essentially how you create Optimus Prime's trailer form in the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom / Earthrise toy. So that was how you transform Optimus Prime. Now let's delve into the size comparison segment of my video, and let me show you how you can incorporate this trailer onto Hover, and let's see how he scales with Ultra Magnus and other G1 characters. And here for a size comparison of Optimus Prime and other G1 Transformers, as well as Studio Series Optimus Prime, we can see that he scales perfectly with them. Although excluding the Studio Series Optimus Prime, let's just do a separate comparison between these two. And honestly, we can see that there is a big significant amount of difference. We can see that the Studio Series version is way bigger, the trailer is way bigger, so just removing the trailers, we can see the Studio Series version is way bigger. So that is one thing I did like about the Studio Series version, that the alternate form was always a bit bigger, and so was the trailer. Well, the Kingdom version is nice and all. I do like it at all. Just it was small, but what can you expect from the classic characters and stuff like that. So let's continue on the size comparison. We can see that he's about roughly around the same size as Ultra Magnus and Wheeljack, and we can see Wheeljack and Hover over here. This is Wheeljack and this is Hover. We can see that they're really small toward Optimus Prime, so that is pretty accurate to how they appeared like in the show. And just a separate comparison, Wheeljack and Optimus, we can see that this does look accurate. I've seen episodes where Wheeljack is right near Optimus Prime and stuff, and this does look completely accurate. And what else is really cool and accurate is that if you have Hover, the Kingdom Hover right here, and you have the Optimus Prime right here, you can combine the trailer, and then you could essentially make that one scene in the Transformers G1 cartoon where Hover is taking Optimus Prime's trailer after Optimus Prime is badly wounded and stuff. So I think that this looks really cool and really darn accurate. So I think that this looks good. Overall, a great addition to the collection, and I think that this just looks amazing. Optimus Prime with the other G1 Autobots, I think that this just looks amazing. So some final thoughts about this figure is that this figure is absolutely worth it. I got this figure for $52.99 on HasbroPulse.com. You could get them yourself on either Hasbro, Target, Walmart. Target and Walmart, you can find them in store. Amazon, you could get this online, and Hasbro, obviously online. TF Source, you could get this guy online also. So those websites you could get it online, except Walmart and Target. For now, Walmart and Target, you can find this guy in the store. So it is over like $52.99, so that is how much you're going to be spending for this Optimus Prime figure, and honestly, it is such a great figure. Oh, and one thing I did notice, and I barely realized right now, is that there is a step I forgot, is that you're gonna have to lift these parts right here, like this, and then just simply lift them right here to connect Optimus Prime's body with his legs right here. That's just one little step I forgot right now, but no wonder the figure seems so loose and everything. But now the figure looks perfect. Now it looks better. So some final thoughts. This figure is absolutely worth $50. If not, me personally, I would put him at $40, but this figure is so worth it. The size of it is nice, and all the cool gimmicks it has, such as the blaster, the shield, the matrix of leadership, all of that looks really cool. So I thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment, and until then, I will see you at my next Transformer War for Cybertron or Studio Series video. I will give you a spoiler of what new videos to expect. I will be doing a Studio Series Grinder, a Studio Series Jolt, and a War for Cybertron Galvatron, and some other War for Cybertron figures such as Cyclonus, Infernal, Dinobot, and Air Razor. So that concludes my video. I thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment, and until then, I will see you at my next Transformer War for Cybertron or Kingdom video. Until then, I will see you then. Thanks for watching.